Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Middlebrow podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brian Park.
Well, Brian, you sounded very announcer-like. I'm Dan Rosen, by the way. Just sorry. Don't forget.
I think I have dropped into my chakras more because I've been doing hip mobility exercises.
Oh my God. I mean, right off the bat, the goop pivot. The goop pivot. I saw you put hip mobility on the agenda today, and I was like, what fucking nonsense.
It's a game changer. It is a game changer.
You could just do what I do, which is Pilates. But then you don't have to tell people that you're doing hip mobility.
I'm an ally. I don't want to.
My mom does. My mom does hip mobility stuff.
I don't want to encroach on these safe spaces.
You don't want to make women feel uncomfortable?
Absolutely not.
So you just sit at home doing your hip mobility. You're like fucking Sting. You're preparing for tantric sex.
If you didn't know this about me by now, I'm easily impressionable. All it took was one friend of mine over dinner.
Yeah.
And he told me that he started doing hip mobility exercises as one of his New Year resolutions.
Okay. Are you tight? Do you have tight hips?
I've been told that I have tight hip flexors.
Wait. Told by whom? Who's? Shh. Okay. The ladies?
Two different personal trainers.
Yeah. I'm extremely tight, so I should be doing this. And I had hip surgery. And
so for the last 5 days, I've been doing hip mobility exercises.
Okay.
Go on youtube.com.
Yeah, you'll put it in the show links. So our listeners, they can listen to this podcast while they open up.
There's something very unbecoming and uncouth about starting your mornings with DIY hip mobility exercises in your own home.
It's truly only for people who have nothing to do in life. No one with responsibilities has the time for like a 15-minute YouTube video. The same people who meditate, like I meditate for 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, you have a fake job.
I get it. So for the past 5 days, my girlfriend wakes up and sees me doing this exercise in the living room. And
just your cat cowing?
This morning, I'm pretty sure I overheard her whispering under her breath, like, fuck, I should have dated a finance bro. Like, what is this?
Yeah, she dated. She only got the Patrick Bateman part, but without the money part.
I think that's what you noticed.
So what are these exercises? I'm seeing you're sitting really open. You're man-spreading. You're practicing man-spreading.
Also for
too long.
For the people who like to watch on YouTube, we are recording this from Happier Apartment, which is located above Happier Grocery. But we're in a side room.
We're in a side room.
It looks like we're in some sort of police procedural right now.
Yeah, but like a boucle sofa.
Listeners, you have told us that you don't like the shadows. Well, it's even worse today.
Don't worry. We promise number one thing Patreon money is going to is lights. We're gonna go to B&H.
Yeah.
We're gonna give the Hasids our money, and we'll get some really great lights.
You can hold us accountable.
Yeah.
The moment Dan starts wearing some La Mer, that's when you can be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait. This was supposed to go.
The lighting is still
really shitty, and Dan is balling out. Dan is fully Chrome Harding.
But yeah, it's nice to have you back, Dan. This is your first time in person post London.
Oh my God. It's nice to no longer be an ambassador of this nation. I will tell you that.
You're getting a lot of questions in London?
Yeah. A lot of people coming up like, so what's going on with America? So Greenland? Venezuela? What you doing? And what do you say? You're just like, yeah, we think it's crazy too.
I'm proud of you for speaking out, using your platform to speak truth to power.
Yeah.
You didn't ask for this. You just pull out your US passport and the questions start coming.
They hear your accent. And they're obsessed with this. Anytime I'd be in a cab, they would just, like you hear on the BBC, America has gone crazy yet again. What are we to do with Mr. Trump? I think they're more interested in our politics than they are their own.
I have no idea what's going on in London.
They don't know their own. I've had British friends where I'll ask them like how certain stuff works in the parliament or the court, and they're like, they don't know, but they can name every single Supreme Court justice. Which is fair. They have boring politics, and we have descent into fascism. So that's more fun, I would say. Yeah, we're going to have UFC on the White House lawn. Like, what do they have?
Not Greenland.
Not Greenland. Neither do us, by the way. By the way, he folded like in 2 seconds.
Well, I'm glad to have you back, Dan.
Yeah.
It's great timing because I'm seeking your counsel for something. I've found myself in a bit of a millennial Seinfeldian scenario.
Okay.
Do you have a coffee shop that you go to?
Yeah.
Like your regular joint?
Yeah, by my house, yeah.
Yeah, right, where the baristas know you.
Where they know your name and they're like, now I have to fucking tip you, motherfucker. Hey, Dan. Oh, that's
exactly.
That latte's $8 now.
The coffee shop DM'd me recently, and they asked me to host a speed dating event. And they gave me 3 days.
That's what they think of your career, by the way. They're like, yeah, no, we could get him. We could get him for the speed dating event.
But here's the thing. They gave me 3 dates.
Yes, you really can't say no.
So it's what would you have done in this situation?
Are you getting paid?
They run a tight ship, so they're not throwing out a number first. Hey, here are 3 dates. We'd love to have you host a speed dating event.
Yeah. If that happened to me, I'd be like,
You're not going back?
No, I would just be like, my career is over.
I didn't even think of that. And
that's what I'm here for.
Oh my God, Dan.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great that the whatever Bushwick coffee shop thinks they can get Bryant Park. You say no.
I said no.
Yeah.
I said I'm not available on those 3 dates.
Damn. No, they know it's a lie.
But then I had dinner later that night and I consulted a few friends and all of them said I can't say no.
Just say you don't like hosting game shows. Have you hosted game shows before?
This is a little sidebar. One of my first gigs in comedy was Uniqlo asked me to host some sort of Wheel of Fortune like prize event.
Okay.
And so there was a line at the 34th Street Uniqlo.
Yeah.
And the grand prize was if you landed this spinner on this tiny sliver, the grand prize was an all expenses paid trip for 2 people to Japan.
Nice. No, it's impossible to get. It's like throwing a ring on a bottle.
I'm not even exaggerating. The line was maybe like 1,000 people long.
Yeah.
The second person in line, who was just a Chinese tourist who didn't speak any English, won the grand prize.
And it's over once you win?
No, but everyone else, like after that, so the 998 people after this tourist, they're like, ooh, I really hope I get I get this. And the entire time we were just like, please don't fucking land.
And what was your job? Just to like make sure they didn't tear each other apart? Just they were spinning properly?
My job was just to announce what thing they landed on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, make sure you get some of that Uniqlo heat tech on your way out.
Yeah. So you want to go back to your roots now. And Jamie and Christopher.
I'm soft. I folded. So I went back and I said, I have an opening.
You said you accepted it? I don't want to be doing a podcast with a speed dating show. Host at a coffee shop?
But it's your regular coffee shop. Once you say no, you can't go back.
You better get unlimited free coffee.
That is what I'm really banking
If they do not do it, then it's a violation of the agreement, the unspoken social contract.
I'm Costanza. I can't go back.
Yeah, you have to find a new coffee. You have to become a tea guy. You're done with coffee now.
But yeah, so I wish I had consulted you because I think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm replacing you on this podcast, just so you know, if you do that. I will vote to replace you.
We're in Zoran's New York now. I'm trying to give back to the community, Dan.
By hosting.
I'm trying to become an active member.
You're trying to help people find love outside the algorithmic-driven dating app hellscape.
Right.
So that's kind of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate your encouragement and support.
I always knew when we started doing open mics that you'd go so far that one day you would host a speed dating show at a coffee shop.
Okay, well here we are. I'm gonna say yes to everything. My chakras are open. I'm saying yes to everything.
You cheapened the brand, the Middlebrow band. I want nothing. I don't want them to say from the Middlebrow podcast. I want no affiliation.
You know what? There's no rules anymore. People were giving me grief about the cruise. You know who's entered the cruise game now? You know the Aman Resorts? They've started their own cruise line.
It's just
now cruises are cool.
There's no exclusivity now. There's no such thing as luxury. Everything is just
Although,
fake.
but if someone who works at Aman is listening, I think we would happily go and accept
on any cruise.
Amangati. 40. So it's a luxury yacht with 40 suites in it.
I'd almost rather how many people were on your cruise?
So me doing a speed dating event is like Aman doing a cruise line. Is what you're saying. Okay, I'm flattered, Dan, in that case.
I'm trying to think what's like the most embarrassing type of gig I ever hosted. But nothing as embarrassing as that.
Shut the hell up, Dan. You know how it's a social media trend where people are unearthing old photos from 2016?
Yeah.
I have some old photos of us in my phone.
Oh, great.
I have some old photos. I didn't post them. I didn't tag you because I thought it would be a little bit unkind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You sure you didn't host
I'm at
it?
my peak now.
I could have sworn you hosted an event at the Brooklyn Public Library once.
I don't think I did that. Not beyond me. I really just, and probably to the detriment of my career, I didn't say yes to any of those like horrible gigs because I thought I was better than all of them. I wasn't. I was not at all. But I was just like, I'm not going to fucking do that.
Oh, I've said yes to everything. I used to host a comedy show at Soho House, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. That's on brand for you.
It's just as cringe.
At Soho House's peak or like when it was...
Yeah, at its peak, which meant that my comedy show came after a hat making workshop that was hosted by like Kimo Sabi.
God, it is vaudeville. We're just really the lowest on the totem pole in show business.
Comedy?
Yeah, why are you doing live? Just stick to the podcast. Don't leave the room.
Oh, okay.
What do we got? Oh, we have the Oscars. Oscar nominees.
The Oscar nominees, Dan.
They came out.
Sinners, the most Oscar-nominated film in history. 16 noms.
Yeah.
What did we say about Sinners when we reviewed it?
That I felt it was a glorified Marvel movie.
I guess we were wrong then.
I guess we were wrong.
Clearly the Oscar panel, they know.
I guess the Academy Awards has never nominated movies that are entertainment slop. No, it was fine. I didn't hate Sinners. But I did think that it was...
I actively disliked it. It's insane that I got 16 nominations. I am going to get heat for this because it is the movie where if you badmouth it, and you know what? It's fine.
And
it's fine.
You saw what happened to Bowen. You saw what happened to Bowen and Matt.
What happened to Bowen and Matt?
They I don't know. They got...
I'm not keeping tabs on Las Culturistas like you are.
That's probably... Well, Bowen's left SNL, so now I have to get my Bowen fix.
Okay.
We all miss him so much. No, Matt said that people should not donate money to this Democratic candidate in Texas, and Bowen agreed. But this candidate is a black woman.
Yeah. And
so that inflamed people's ire. So whatever. It's just a repeat of this is what they threw at Bernie in 2016, where they said that he was like sexist, and it's the weaponization of identity politics to kind of silence class-based politics or to silence critiques. And so you're just like, yes, this person's going to lose and you're going to waste money donating to her, but you should do so because her identity confers power.
We're in the long 2016 right now.
Yeah, there's just some spaces where like, oh, I didn't realize we're still doing that. People told me woke was dead. Yeah, maybe it's just been divergent, where it's just like the right has metastasized to their worst version, and then the left feels like they have to be their worst version. I don't know. The resist libs were right in the end.
And now we all host podcasts, and the right owns Hollywood.
The right owns Hollywood.
Okay, so Sinners with 16 noms, and then...
The reason it got so many noms is because, like, the movies that get nominations are the ones that also can get like special effects and costume and production design and rack up. And so because it's like a big spectacle and visually very impressive, it got a lot there. Yeah, it's going to lose, and then we're going to have a huge... It is, and we're going to have a huge discourse about and then we'll...
What I want to know is Park Chan-wook, the director of No Other Choice.
Yeah.
0 noms. He has never been nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's one of the best directors
and I want to know,
living.
Who did he wrong at some Oscars lunch at the Beverly Hills
the problem
Hotel?
Is he makes movies that are like that are of quality and challenging and as you saw from the fact that Frankenstein and F1 got Best Picture nominations. People just want, things that go down easy. Wait, there's the most interesting category is Best Actress. Because it's Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which I haven't seen yet, but I really want to see. Emma Stone in Begonia, Renata Rensvi in Sentimental Value, and then Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue, which is not... I refuse to believe that movie is real. They made that movie up. Have you heard of this movie, Song Sung Blue?
Ooh. Kate Hudson?
Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson has the best publicist. I don't even know. Kate Hudson must have gone to every single retirement home in Hollywood to find like the Oscar voters.
That's insane. I'd never even heard of this movie.
This movie, I looked it up. Song Sung Blue is a 2025 American biographical musical drama. The film stars Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson as Mike and Claire Sardina, who performed as the Neil Diamond tribute band Lightning and Thunder. This is the cover. This looks like an SNL parody movie. With the fake wigs. Everything about this movie is insane. How did this get nominated? It made $50 million at the box office. When did that happen? Have you heard of this? No one's heard of this movie. This movie did not exist.
Everyone on the Royal Caribbean cruise ship heard of it.
That's true.
I'm telling you.
God.
There's a silent majority there.
Who are watching Neil Diamond tribute bands. There's really a whole world out there of entertainment that just... Housemaid made like $400 million.
What's Housemaid?
Exactly. The Amanda Seyfried, Sydney Sweeney movie.
It's okay.
Everyone's talking about like how much Sinners and One After Another and Murray Supreme made. Meanwhile, Housemaid, Sydney Sweeney just breezes to $400 million.
Amazing. And meanwhile, I texted you, hey, do you want to go see Resurrection by Be Gone at the IFC Center?
Yeah. We're going to see that.
Don't know much about it. Looked at the log line. They're saying it's non-linear narrative structure.
You love that.
Inaccessible
You're
as
saying
fuck.
yes. Yeah, it's the exact
2 hour and
opposite.
50-minute runtime.
The anti-F1. By the way, just looking at the nominations for Best Foreign Picture. It's just a joke. Like
why they have? I'm sure
they're amazing. They're amazing movies.
It's always better.
It's like this is actually like as the kids would say, they're mogging the American films.
Can you stop, dude?
They're mogging, dude. They're Looksmaxxing.
After a certain age, we just need to.
Dude, they got mogged. They got mogged.
Who got mogged?
American Hollywood cinema got mogged by international. The Secret Agent in Brazil. It was just an accident. Iran. Sentimental Value, Surat, which I haven't seen, I really want to see. The Voice of Hind Rajab. These are actually movies for like adults.
Yeah, no other choice.
And we get fucking F1. What a joke. Yeah, and no other choice. You could have added 1 million movies that would have been stronger.
Who cares? Sinners got 16 noms.
Who
This
cares?
is not a serious... Much like the Golden Globes, Best Podcast went to Amy Poehler's Good Hang.
I mean, the real offense is Ricky Gervais getting Best Comedy Special. Among the least talented comedians that has ever done it. Every time I see Ricky Gervais speak or put out a comedy special, my esteem for Office and Extras is just like plummets just a little bit, which hurts me. Have you seen his stand-up?
Stand-up is deeply embarrassing, Dan.
No, he's doing like cringe atheist, like still doing, they tried to cancel me. They couldn't, look at me now. And it's like, it's this fucking Dave Chappelle self-aggrandizing bullshit. And it won.
Can you do an impression of Marcelo Hernandez's new Netflix special?
You know, Marcelo Hernandez, I thought I had a very good JFL audition.
Yeah.
And just after me, I think actually just before me, Marcelo Hernandez went and just did the exact same kind of immigrant parent, but just with 50 times more charisma than I could even dream of.
You're saying he mogged you.
He mogged me. Yeah, he mogged me. And then he got JFL, and then he got SNL and became a star, and then
It's okay, you know? Life's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're here at Happy Your Apartment, and you're podcasting
You're doing a speed dating show at Blank Street or whatever the fuck.
And Marcelo Hernandez is one of the biggest stars in comedy right now.
Poised to be the next big star.
Things are inevitable, Dan.
Yeah.
Things shake out the way that they're supposed to.
I let the guy. That's my impression of his stand-up.
I am going to clip that and then repeat it.
Ooh. It's just him dancing, which is great. He's Hispanic Sebastian Maniscalco.
I love that kind of comedy, though. I used to not, and now I've come around on it.
You've come around.
Yeah. Well, who's the opposite of that? You want cerebral anti-comedy? That's just as annoying, bro.
I like jokes.
It's just as annoying.
I like jokes.
You don't...
I don't need anti-comedy.
He's fun.
Robbie Hoffman?
Robbie Hoffman is the same thing as Marcelo Hernandez.
No, Robbie Hoffman's funny.
No, they are both...
Sorry, Marcelo Hernandez is also funny. Very funny. So good.
I mean, I've already said this on the podcast. I'm just going to leave it at that. They both are megaphones for their respective cultures.
Yeah, I mean yes. You saying they do minstrel acts of their own?
Your words, not mine. Your words, not mine. You grew up in the Upper West Side. I grew up in El Paso, Texas. I happen to find Marcelo Hernandez a little bit funnier. There's a little bit of a bias there. He represents the people that I grew up with.
You just did your little Constanza routine for me. Don't be suddenly holier than thou.
Speaking of Hollywood, though, there is a really interesting piece in Vulture that I read titled "The Sun King of Hollywood," and is written by Reeves Wiederman. And it's this whole profile on David Ellison.
Who's going to be our boss soon, probably.
He's going to be our boss soon. So he is the head of Skydance, and he's also the son of Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle. It's a great piece, but just the opening is what really, like... I didn't know this, but David Ellison tried to be an actor. Okay? He originally was an actor, and he's an avid pilot. And he acted in this film called Flyboys about pilots. And
was it James Franco in that movie?
Yes. And the producer of Flyboys, he's driving in LA. And the movie is a box office bomb.
God, how embarrassing if your dad is Larry Ellison, you're trying to be an actor.
And it is a critical flop. Okay. The producer gets a call from Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison financed this entire production.
Yeah.
And so the producer's like, fuck my chungus life. Like, I'm going to get my head bitten off by Larry Ellison. And then Larry Ellison is like, hey, my son is in the hospital because of heart palpitations. And he's having a bit of a nervous breakdown because of the critical failure of this film. Can you just tell him that you're proud of him?
Oh my God.
He's doing a good job.
Oh God.
And I had no idea that he tried to be an actor. And so his acting career...
He's just Anthony Soprano.
So
just
it really...
Another fail son, Kendall Roy.
Yeah, it's truly a Kendall Roy arc. So because he couldn't make it as an actor now, he's like,
he failed up to running
now I just want to own Hollywood now.
Yeah.
And
get the boss Barry Weiss around, everyone's dream.
But so he started Skydance at the same time as his sister, Megan Ellison, who started Annapurna Pictures. And their philosophies are very divergent. So David Ellison, the son, his whole mentality is like, I don't want any rom-coms. I don't want any emotionally challenging films. Give me action. Give me planes.
Yeah. What have they produced, Skydance?
Mission Impossible.
Oh, right. Yeah,
they ran a... So if you remove all of the Tom Cruise films from their entire filmography, the average Rotten Tomato score of Skydance is like 30%. Okay. But they also produced Top Gun. Yeah. Again, another plane movie, and that was a critical success.
So you just became friends with Tom Cruise.
Right. So off of the success
That's a good bet. That's
great bet. Don't bet against Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Hitch your wagon to the cruise.
Megan Ellison, Annapurna Pictures, they produced a lot of like buzzy Oscar-nominated films.
Oh, yeah. They did Her.
They did
American Hustle, Booksmart.
Yeah.
Vice, Sausage Party. Yeah, they took some risks.
They took some risks.
Phantom Thread.
There you go. Annapurna Pictures does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
Skydance, they're challenging Netflix to buy out Warner Brothers off the success of Top Gun.
And the fact that Larry Ellison is his dad, but yes. You've looked at that little thing that Billy there is his dad, but yes.
That's all I'm saying, Dan. Something to chew on there,
Yeah. We should pivot to a Dungeons and Dragons podcast then. What are we talking about? Niche little art shows.
Minecraft.
Yeah, we should do a Minecraft show.
So that's good. That's who's running Hollywood now, as a fail son, fail actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Who hates movies and wants to get revenge.
But the bar is so low because this profile made it seem like he just has really bad taste, but he's trying really hard, is the thing.
Yeah, but that's every executive. But yeah, he is like the quintessential like mediocre.
But all of his cronies and subordinates.
We can't talk about him. He's gonna own all of Hollywood, and they're gonna find this clip. And they're gonna use Oracle to just like search through I don't even know what Oracle does. What the fuck does Oracle do? I've never known.
Basically, every AI uses Oracle.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that
Oracle and Salesforce? I'm like, these are mysterious companies who they seem to have a lot of employees in power. I just don't. They seem completely fake to me. I've never met anyone who's used any of their products.
What is going on? Silicon Valley is deeply mentally unwell.
What are they doing now?
No, I'm just saying, like, Oracle, Salesforce, and now all I hear about is Claude coworkers coming after you in your CRMs.
Great. I can't wait till they replace me on this podcast.
Also, a little aside, this weekend, it's going to snow a lot in New York.
Yeah. The listeners will... I'm going to Toronto. We'll see if I come back.
Is your Twitter just rife with meteorologists who are just getting their rocks off?
This is their moment. They're seizing the day.
It's fucking masochistic.
This
they're
is their
like
Super Bowl.
They're getting off. It's very sexual.
Yeah.
It's erotic.
Yeah. 12 to 16 inches. Right in your fucking face.
I ran.
Maybe it'll blow all over you. Maybe you'll be covered in 12 to 16 inches.
It's insane. I hope someone can chime in.
I hope they're all wrong. They're all disagreeing.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like, I think if you ran a Venn diagram of people who are polyamorous and meteorologists, I'm sure it's a perfect circle.
But it's nice. That's what Twitter used to be. It used to be like sad nerd losers, ranting about their very, very niche specialty, and you could learn something. And now mine is mostly like Clavicular, the 20-year-old Looksmaxxer who has become well known because he hung out with like a bunch of other...
I know, it was more innocent time, wasn't it?
Yes.
Before it used to be, I ran an atmospheric analysis and they're wrong. There's going to be 24 inches of white stuff coming down this weekend.
Yeah.
But now you have... who is Clavicular, Dan? You've sent me articles about this.
I wish... This is why I want this podcast to actually fail, because now it used to be a space where I would see something like this and be like, I can ignore this. This is like, it represents the death knell of our culture, but I can just pretend like it doesn't exist. But because of this podcast, I'm like, well, let's explore. Clavicular is this 20-year-old Looksmaxxer.
What is a Looksmaxxer?
A Looksmaxxer is a... much like the title implies, a person who is obsessed with, it's like almost the anti-incel, where like the incel believes that physiognomy and like your genes are almost destiny, and because they have like narrow shoulders and acne or whatever, that they're just like destined to be an underclass, but then they almost fetishize their own objectification. And so like the opposite of that is like the Chad, who's just like genetically perfect and beautiful, and because of that is owed like the universe. And those are, those are the kind of yin and the yang of the universe.
Okay. This is the only binary that exists.
Yeah, exactly.
In the world.
Either you're an incel or a Chad. And so a Clavicular is a renowned Looksmaxxer. But he became, I guess, he did this interview where he was just like, even though they're far right, they're all like basically neo-Nazis, and Looksmaxxing is essentially a form of, white supremacism and fascism.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh yeah, I'd vote for Gavin Newsom over JD Vance because Gavin Newsom mogs JD Vance.
Okay.
Because JD Vance is like,
Yeah, his canthal tilt is just totally off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Gavin Newsom is a Giga Chad. Okay. And he has like a perfect
So their politics
family.
are entirely dictated by who they have a stronger erotic attraction towards.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, it's very homoerotic. It's all men. And what's weird about it is it's not at all about like looking good for women. Because he talks about how he's taken all these testosterone supplements and it's made him infertile.
What?
So it's not. Yeah. They're like, I mean, Brian Johnson is like also maybe like another version of this obsession with looks, but they've kind of like it's like a very low IQ Nietzsche, and like a will to power, because Nietzsche's whole thing is like we have to abandon slave morality, which is empathy for the poor and the downtrodden. Like that's bad. It's all about like great men and Ubermensch, and that's kind of what they're challenging, except instead of like having some sort of deep philosophical commitment or understanding of that,
it's just
notion.
Very
it's
surface level.
It's just the most. It's like for social media status. It's the lamest shit possible.
But do you think this is actually becoming a more popular movement amongst the male youth in America?
Oh yeah, I think for sure. Right, there's a huge amount of like teenagers are like working out way more, often getting injured, and they're becoming far more like shallow. I mean, it makes sense if our whole culture is media saturated, image saturated, and more than ever, like it stands to reason that what would follow is is an obsession with appearance more than anything else. If we're constantly showing our face, and that's what we have to judge.
So, what is the antithesis to Looksmaxxing?
I don't know, like
empathy.
Judging, slave morality, judging people about the content of their character. But this is like the left should seize this because it's actually a way we should just like run hot socialists. It's why like Hassan is like we all feel this way subconsciously. Like Zoran is good looking, AOC is good looking,
right.
Like Obama is good looking. There's a reason like Clinton, bogged Dole, like we've actually always been doing this, but this just, we always like hot.
Okay. So secrets out in the open then.
Yeah. We just have to run hot socialists.
Which we're kind of doing already.
Yeah. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, Bernie, I don't know about Bernie.
No, but AOC and Zoran.
Yeah. So even though the undercurrents of this are white supremacist and beauty standards, we have to harness this and use it to our own good. That's what I would say.
I read about
listeners, I apologize. I apologize that you now in your brain know about Clavicular, who most recently is in trouble because he was banned from all the Miami nightclubs because he went with like, do you see he went with like Nick Fuentes and the Tate brothers and Marlon Gaines, all these fucking...
I didn't see.
Dweebs. They went to Miami and they played Kanye's Heil Hitler song in the club.
I didn't see, Dan. I'm too busy doing my hip mobility exercise and reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt.
That's what you should be doing. Meanwhile, I'm having my brain rotted watching these stupid edgelords who've overtaken young male brains.
Okay. So the Winter Olympics are coming up in a couple of weeks, early February. And Italy,
they're in Milan?
Milan. Italy is hosting it.
Aren't they like not ready at all?
They're absolutely not ready.
Hell yeah. That's what you want from Italians.
Absolutely.
Hey, we do it. We figure it out.
I am going to read you this quote from the New York Times reported on how the Italians are running behind schedule and the ice is uneven. There's a lot of nervousness around the opening ceremony.
What you want about Mussolini? At least he made things run on time.
I absolutely trust that the arena will be done on February 5th, said Alessandro Guinghi. Apologies for the mispronunciation. A Milan city councilor and the head of the city's Olympic committee. So actually, that is early, he said, for the opening ceremonies on February 6th.
Hey, we figured it out. Why are you so... Dude, everyone in that country is in a permanent carb coma. So what do you expect? They're chill. They're breezy. They're wearing their Armani.
I love it. Never change, Italy. Never change. Speaking of Looksmaxxing, there is a scandal that has broken out with these Olympic ski jumpers. So you know what I'm talking about, like the ones that go really fast down a ramp and then they kind of...
I love winter sports.
They're like flying squirrels in the air.
Yeah, these are the fakest sports. They're like just random ski events.
So we've talked about this on the podcast in an earlier episode where, you know how there's like that chess scandal where Magnus Carlsen accused like Hans Niemann of putting like a vibrating bead in his anus. Mm-hmm. So the scandal in Olympic ski jumping is that the athletes are injecting saline into their penises. Okay. So they're injecting saline into their penises because kind of like in a big fight where you weigh in, you have to get measured for your suit. And so if you have like a larger penis, you're going to need more fabric for coverage. And so allegedly athletes are injecting saline into the penises so their penises are engorged for the measurement. But once it deflates, you have extra fabric and that creates lift in the air.
How much? I don't know. This is like a game of like millimeters?
Truly. This is Olympic ski jumping gate that's happening. And it's all because like people are hurling accusations that they're injecting their penises with saline.
This is the opposite of deflate gate. Did you remember Tom Brady had deflate gate? With the balls that they were like slightly deflated.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. You know, the lift, Dan. It's a game of millimeters.
Ladies, by the way, if you happen to be in Milan and you think you've met this, a ski jumping hunk who has a 12-inch dong, It's actually just saline solution. Don't be fooled. It's just a trick to make them aerodynamic.
So Dan, you're more of a music critic than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read the blogs. You're on Stereo Gum.
I've not been on Stereo Gum in a long time.
You're on Gorilla
I used to
versus
be on
Bear.
Oh My Rockness. Do you remember that? Pigeons and planes.
Pigeons and Planes.
Yeah. There was a time where people cared.
Yeah.
Now
Hype
you just
Machine.
now you just let Hype Machine. I was big on that.
The pinnacle of all of that. Of the blog.
Pitchfork rating.
Pitchfork.
Yeah.
And now Pitchfork just announced that they're turning into a subscription service.
Yeah. That means things are not going well.
Are you going to subscribe and support them?
No.
Dan, you're not
What do you
supposed
get?
to say that.
What do you get? First of all,
What? This is such bad PR for us. We're about to launch a Patreon soon.
what do they offer?
So, listeners,
I can go read them like, just convince me that Taylor Swift is actually really good and talented. They've all these music blogs have completely debased themselves in the last 20 years.
You can't convince me that these random indie bands that you always cite is on your best of list you discovered by chance.
No, I do. Pitchfork has a good a playlist on Apple Music, which I listen to, and that's it. That's how I discovered
God.
you. I can listen to it myself.
I think this is incredibly depressing, Dan.
The thing that depressed me is now they have like the users can now vote on their rating of the album.
So, listeners, the editor-in-chief of Pitchfork just recently announced that they are turning to a subscription model where you pay them monthly and you get access to an unlimited amount of reviews that were once published for free.
Yeah.
And now they're turning more into a letterbox model where...
Is there already a letterbox for music? Does that exist?
I don't
There's
think so.
Goodreads for books. There's a letterbox for movies.
I feel
like there must be.
Do you remember Genius?
Yeah, the rap thing.
What was that? What was that?
They had a great...
What a great
I think they just got
grift.
fucked by Google.
What the fuck was
I
what?
think they just got like sidelined by Google.
Wild. That ZERP era, dude.
Yeah.
That's all part of the whole Casper, the Wing. Yeah, you can have a multi-million-dollar startup by just interpreting rap lyrics for
Yeah, I always wanted
white people.
Yeah, semiotics, a PhD candidate to annotate Drake albums for me. I couldn't understand. It was so hard to understand the depths of Lil Uzi Vert.
Right.
But thanks to Genius, I got it.
Yeah, you used to call me on your cell phone, and what
could
Drake
that-
meant by that is
What
that
could he mean?
this woman he used to see used to call him on his cell phone. Yeah. So Pitchfork is turning into a letterbox model where you can rate and review your own music albums and interface with people.
Yeah, I want less of other people's opinions. We already have so many people's stupid opinions on everything. And now again, it's just going to be astroturfed by like the most annoying fan bases on earth.
I'm
Do you
gonna
ever look
subscribe.
at that? You're going to subscribe?
Yeah,
Because it's a podcast write-off?
I'm going to subscribe. Much like I'm hosting an event at my local coffee shop, I want to support smaller artists. I'm trying to give back to the community, Dan. What is the alternative? They have no other choice here.
Does Pitchfork... I mean, it's just is not irrelevant.
Well, music especially is in a really hard bind because you can't really get that many corporate sponsorships in the same way that you could with fashion.
You could get on like a commercial or a movie. That's how they make money.
It's just tough though because Spotify, it's free. Everything's free.
Everything's free.
So they got really screwed over by Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify fucking is the devil. Which is why you can listen to our podcasts
On Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah. Give more money to Daniel Ek.
I mean, all you have to do is just look at what's... I looked yesterday what was the like number one song, and it was that new Bruno Mars song. Have you seen that? Did you listen to it? I Just Might. It's just... Bruno Mars is like the poster child of like AI music.
I give credit to a little bit more credit to Bruno Mars.
He's extremely talented.
No. To me, he's an interesting figure because he is our generation's Elvis.
Oh, but he's
Like it's like a Greek tragedy. His life. He's like signed his life away to Las Vegas, forced to churn out these.
I mean, these songs these are like 1970s like Motown soul pastiche.
He has tickets to sell at Caesars because he has a crippling gambling addiction. It's sad.
Wow, everyone's a victim. Even Bruno Mars can be Yeah, okay, that's why he's just putting out songs that are just like police ripoffs, but he just says like, fuck, I want to eat that ass, but it's like a Jackson 5 song. That's what he's bringing to the table. Even his fucking big song with Mark Ronson, which is a fun song, but it is just like...
It's so good. I will not take that slander.
No, it's a great song, but it is still just like, it's an homage. Like, all he does is homage.
I get it. I was interning at Saturday Night Live when he performed, and so I got to see all the live performances. When I saw him, I was like, okay, this is what a star is.
He's a star, but the
dude has... Think about the amount of charisma you need to have in life to still become a star as big as he is at 5 feet tall.
Okay. He is a little pixie.
He's tiny, but he
could fit him in your pocket.
His charisma is crazy.
But him and in The Weeknd, I just see like their success. They're both very, very talented, but they just like recycle old sounds, adding very little. And to me, it is part of what is paving the road to AI, which we've talked about in comedy or whatever, where it's like, yeah, they're just, that's what AI is good at, is being like, hey, you know, take this Eminem song and make it in the style of the Beatles, and it can do it. And so they're just putting out new like I could just listen to Sly and the Family Stone, like that's better than Bruno Mars.
But for people like me,
do you remember?
I don't know the old
ate
stuff.
That ass in September. That's Bruno. That's the new Bruno Mars song.
I don't know the old stuff.
Okay, so to you, you're hearing it for the first time.
Like the first time that I heard the song Harvest Moon.
Yeah, Neil Young song.
The Neil Young song.
Yeah,
I heard it on a cover of Poolside, which was like a chill,
the chill wave.
The chill wave.
Yeah, I love that version.
They did it. It's a great version, but I thought that was an original. Mm-hmm. So that tells you
thought the version meant for like like a rooftop bar.
And we're the silent majority, Dan. There's a lot of us out there. I'm telling you.
No, there is a beauty to be deeply ignorant of the past, and then you can constantly be surprised.
We got there though. I listened to the Neil Young version.
Yeah, that's so nice of you.
We get there.
You get there eventually.
We get there eventually. It's because I don't have a kid, so I can keep trying.
Yeah, you see Marty Supreme, and then maybe you'll watch a Scorsese movie.
Right.
It's possible. Unlikely.
No.
Unlikely.
I don't know what's going to come of all of this, because even our Substackers, there's like newsletters that are aggregating newsletters now.
Yeah, great. It's like an Ouroboros.
We're at the Ouroboros
of boring takes.
Yeah. That's
great time to announce that part of our Patreon offerings will be a Middlebrow newsletter. And
we can guarantee that it's from our own...
No,
it'll be a fun game to see whose link belongs to who.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
Right.
We won't identify what's a Brian link and what's a Dan.
Yeah, this upcoming show at Hauser and Worth, or this link to the coverage of Brooklyn Beckham's meltdown on Instagram.
God, another
stories.
thing that I saw the article today. I was like, I know in any other normal world, I would not open this article to read about what's going on with Brooklyn Beckham. But because we have this culture podcast, I like Indiana Jones at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, I opened my eyes into the depths of hell and pretended like I gave a fuck about Brooklyn Beckham fighting with his... I want them all to die. I would like them all to die, Brian. Why do we care about Brooklyn? Have you seen his Brooklyn Beckham's photography book? Not only are the photos terrible, he then captioned them with the most asinine... Only someone who was so blind to his own mediocrity to not realize that how much he was just like gifted in life and shepherded and shielded from reality, that he thinks he's a photographer of any talent. Like, his delusion is so much that he's biting the hand that feeds him. He doesn't realize. It's like Prince Harry. It's like you don't exist. You have nothing to offer outside of the royal family.
The amount of career pivots that he's gone into.
What does he do? Did you see him on the Today Show cooking?
Yeah, he's a chef. He's cooking a grilled cheese.
That's the Ray Gun. He's like Ray Gun of cooking. Do you remember Ray Gun, the breakdancer?
Yeah, but I like people like that, because anytime that I feel an overwhelming amount of self-doubt, I turn to Brooklyn Beckham, and it is the fodder that keeps me going. Yeah. Like, if he can do it, then I can too.
He has no imposter syndrome.
Exactly.
He's never had it in his life.
But the key ingredient,
which you shouldn't either.
The key ingredient is that I don't have. My parents aren't the Beckhams. Mm-hmm. So, but for a moment, I can turn to him and be like, you know what? I can do it.
You can do it.
I can.
You could go on the Today Show. You could be like that.
There's so many people like this. Fucking Anthony Porowski on Queer Eye, the food guy. Hey, you know what a fun snack is? You should toast some bread, put a PB&J, but then if you're feeling kind of whimsical, you can flip it the other way and then it becomes a J and PB.
Just have unbridled confidence like Brooklyn Beckham. So all of you listening out there, if you ever are feeling down about your own abilities, your own place, the opportunities you get, again, go watch Brooklyn Beckham cooking a breakfast sandwich on the Today Show. Fuck that. I'm amazing.
It's just, well, your friend, we should talk about this briefly. Your friend Casey.
Mm-hmm. My friend, Casey Henry.
Casey Henry. He wrote a
shout out.
He wrote a piece for the Times.
The New York Times Magazine wrote a piece about
how the depiction of political drama has just devolved into pure camp.
Yeah, in Hollywood.
Right.
How they've taken political identities and like turned them into caricature as an entertainment, but without any kind of like substance or...
And he cites All's Fair as like a campy depiction of feminism, and then he cites Landman as a campy depiction of American grassroots conservatism.
Yeah.
I'm on the team of like, how do you... Everything is camp. Brooklyn Beckham making a PB&J, the Pussy Hat March, everything, when everything is just devolved into caricature. Yeah. What is a sincere portrayal of all
that's why
this?
I told him it's like, it's not just Hollywood. Like the reality itself is superficial and shallow and like empty jet. Like Trump's like visual aesthetics in terms of demolishing the East Wing and building stuff and putting UFC in the White House or invading Greenland, like, or making these, like Miyazaki ice meme, like it's all memes and shallowness and just surface. So there's no, everything is Looksmaxxing in a sense. There is no actual
you sent me this
substance behind it.
You sent me the piece about just to get a baseline understanding of where the Trump administration's like aesthetic proclivities and values of art lie is their favorite artist that they're pushing hard is quote unquote a speed artist.
A speed painter, which is like a Vegas act.
A speed painter.
Yeah, or something you'd see like in the halftime show of a Knicks game.
And she's based in Tempe, Arizona, and she speed paints portraits of Jesus.
Yes.
And Trump is like, this is what real talent is. Look what she painted in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the artistic proclivities of the MAGA movement.
And they sold one of her paintings at a New Year's Eve function for $2.5 million.
Yeah.
For charity, but still.
Yeah.
It's
the most shallow, backwards troglodyte culture. There's zero, but I would say like their understanding of aesthetics or their taste in aesthetics is the same as their politics. It's like, it is just surface culture war and tribalness. There's no actual coherence to anything beyond like mogging. Like that's what Trump invading Greenland or threatening to is. He wants to mog Europe. No one wants Greenland. You can't even get the rare earth minerals there. It's impossible. It would cost us so. Denmark supports Greenland. They pay money. It's like there's no economy there.
I read that France has sent like two
exactly.
troops to Greenland.
Everything's fake.
It's just funny to me how it must have been one, but then the guy was like, "Come on,
we gotta do at least two.
You got it, brother. You can't let me go there by myself."
Yeah, Europe has to pretend like they have anything to hold over us, any power in this situation, and we have to pretend that we care about Greenland. Trump kept saying Iceland, and he doesn't even know. His brain is mush. Because I was reading that article about Looksmaxxing, and I was reminded of Mishima, who was like the Japanese author who was very much like idealized beauty and viewed his own body as like this sculptural idea, and he wanted to supplant words and intellectualism with like beauty, and he was basically like a fascist.
Okay.
But at least there was like a spiritual like depth beyond it, and he viewed like
what is it, like an embrace of Eastern ideologies and fight against like Western
yes
hegemony?
That was what he
Okay.
was also very that was what he was mad about the Chinese that was what he was mad about the Japanese government of basically capitulating to bastardized like Western values of consumerism, and he wanted to bring the emperor back. But he was so committed to his ideals that he and his like he was one of the biggest Nobel Peace Prize nominee multiple times.
Yeah.
He was so committed to his cause and to the like a death as the pure stage that he tried to do a coup, and he and his like his committed followers took over a military base and tried to do a coup, and when it failed, he committed seppuku. Yeah.
Whoa.
So at least there was like
He's walking the walk.
Yeah, he was fucking walking the walk. Okay, but he was a fascist, but at least it was heartfelt. At least there was a philosophical like underpinning to it. And now we just have like,
so if Clavicular was caught trying to
all these
execute a coup,
they'd be like, all
his
right.
punishment would be to live stream himself in prison.
He'd get shadow banned. Like that's what these people are just doing it for fucking like Twitter likes,
right?
Or to sell like dick pills on their TikTok shop. Like it's. At least give me some good. We used to have good fascists. At least it's so fucking hot in this room.
You're burning up, Dan. You're looking great though.
Thank you.
You're kind of mogging me right now.
I'm mogging
You're
you.
Looksmaxxing right now.
No, we all know who mogs who in this podcast, but it's okay. In the end, that's all that matters.
So who do we want to mog in this next month? What are our mogging goals, Dan?
I love it. God, we did leave that speed painter behind, guys. Everyone has to go look at her work. Where it's just like America's Got Talent. It makes sense. Like once you realize that we have...
Like my parents would love it.
Yeah, we talked about how everything is like WWE. Yeah, it's like the best art is the fastest. You know how fucking long Michelangelo took to paint that chapel? Years, Brian. This chick could have done it in 20 minutes.
Michelangelo's the guy who... The stuff at the Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The roof kind of looks like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Totally mogged by Beeple.
Well, listeners, if you made it this far, thank you for supporting the podcast. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you at a speed dating event.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone go. That's how you can... It's going to be a meet and greet with Brian, too.
I'm hurting the brand of this podcast.
You really are. You're diluting us.
Fuck.
It's like an Atlantic City residency.
Do
you owe money?
What?
Do you owe money to this coffee shop?
This is like a classic crossroads that we have reached in every young tech startup's journey. Okay, you're the one who wants to stay true to your values, whereas I'm kind of like, we need to scale, Dan.
That's how you're scaling.
Whatever.
That's how you're scaling. By getting paid in matcha lattes, Brian.
I'm mogging. I'm mogging my local community.
We're done. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.